Namaste, fam. Thank you for joining me on this short sequence. Today, we are going to be targeting um, some. I could totally geek out about this and just kind of go off. But today, we're just going to be balancing some hormones. We're going to be working with some specific organs that have certain responsibilities and house certain emotions. And yeah, like I said, I could totally go off and make like a 5 hour video about one of these segments. So that's why I love yoga so much. It really takes care of a lot of things, numerous things, not just the physical part of ourselves, but the emotional part as well. So today in this short little sequence, we are going to be targeting some specific areas of the body to just bring things into balance, especially when it is that beautiful time of the month during our menstruation cycles. You know, this is a great sequence to do before that time of the month even comes, really preparing the body for what it's about to do. You know, our body kind of goes into some good hard work doing so many wonderful things. Um, yeah, I could totally geek out about it, but for the sake of time, we'll just get into moving. Make sure you have your pillow and your blanket close by. We're just going to start out by settling into our space, just letting what's outside of your room, just allowing what's off of your mat be as you pull yourself in and just allow yourself to connect with yourself. So just finding yourself closing off your eyes, sitting up nice and tall. Just begin to find your breath, just connecting with your breath. It's a key component as we make our physical movements, is staying connected to the flow of our breath. Just taking a full round of cleansing breath, deep inhale through the nose. Release that breath with an open mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Take as many as you need. If you feel ready, seal your lips. Begin to filter your breath in and out of the nose, nice and slow. Longer, deeper breaths than your natural breath. You can keep your eyes closed or have a nice soft gaze by gently fluttering your eyes open. Take your feet out nice and wide, sitting up nice and tall. You can bring your props underneath you if you'd like, or you can always just rest on the palms of your hands. Sitting up nice and tall, relax through the legs. Just begin to hinge at the hips, walking your hands forward. Just really reaching your heart forward towards your feet, and then finding your landing place. If you find that your back is hunching and rounding over, your heart is pulling back behind you, sit up nice and tall, lean into it with a flat back. Just keeping that heart drawing forward. You don't have to necessarily round the back. Just maybe inching your way forward, just seeing how far that you can get into this. Soften through the ankles, soften the kneecaps, relax through the hip and the groin region. Every inhale goes to those tender, tight places, softening as you exhale. And just keeping the breaths deep, even on both sides. Now, with any of these poses, you can stay as long as you'd like. The longer, the better. Just really putting that pressure on specific places in the body. But for time's sake, we'll keep moving. Last round of breath as you inhale. See if you're able to lengthen up through the torso a little bit. Exhale. See if you're able to get into the fold just a sliver more. As you inhale, begin to walk the hands back up, sitting up nice and tall. Slide your legs, bring them in together. Take some gentle taps with the backs of the knees. Windshield wiper those feet side to side. And then coming up onto the soles of your feet, bending at the knees. And just having your feet a little bit wider than hips with distance. Begin to slide that left foot underneath. bringing that left foot on the outer edge of that hip. Begin to bring that top leg up and over. And we're going to move nice and slow. Adding some layers in, making sure that you get into your landing place, staying safe within the body. Our goal is to get this foot on the outer edge of that left hip, stacking the knees on top of each other, but that might not be the case quite yet. So just moving slow, really using your hands, not forcing anything, but gently guiding that leg on top of each other. If that leg says no more, I don't want to go, please honor your body, make sure that you're staying safe wherever the legs land, just allowing that to be, sitting up nice and tall. And then begin to hinge forward, folding over the legs. Once again, moving slow, noticing what you feel in the body. Remember, pain is different than discomfort. We don't want to feel pain. Gently back out if you do. And just noticing the discomfort, noticing what you feel in the body. Every inhale goes to those tender, tight places. Softening as you exhale. One day we'll be folded over our legs with ease, no problem. But for now, just honor where you're at. Honor where you've landed. Good. Slowly making our way out. Begin to make your way back up into a nice tall seat. And gently begin to slide that top leg up and over, taking it out just as we started. Take the bottom leg out. Windshield wiper those legs side to side if you need. Still moving mindfully. You've got rotation in the hips and the knees. And just finishing this up before we take it on towards the other side. All right, knees back through center. And then beginning to make our way onto the opposite side. Slide that right foot. Bringing that right foot on the outer edge of that left cheek. Letting that knee rest on the ground. Please feel free to use any of the props. If it's not quite hitting the ground, you can always use a blanket or a pillow underneath. And then making our way into shoelace pose, begin to bring that top leg up and over. And again, just moving slow, gently guiding. Bring that foot on the outer edge of that cheek. Same thing goes. You can bring that blanket underneath to kind of bridge the gap. That we're able to just soften and release into the pose. Let's see what my body's doing today. Try to stack those knees the best they can. Make sure you don't feel any pain. And sitting up nice and tall, wherever the legs have landed, and just begin to gently fold over the legs, walking your hands out and away from you. Same concept, really reaching the heart forward, not allowing the body to roll or hunch back if that's the case, just sitting up nice and tall and just gently leaning into the hips. Every inhale goes to those tender places. Often as you exhale, keeping the breath slow and controlled. Letting the thoughts sweep away as you stay connected to your breath. Inhale, begin to walk your hands back up, sitting up nice and tall. Gently making your way out of the pose. Slide that top leg up and over, Bring that bottom leg out from underneath. Windshield wiper those feet side to side. Those knees side to side, Bring those knees back through center. Very good. Extend that left leg out nice and long. Slide that left foot in, bringing it in close to the body. Sit up nice and tall. And then gently begin to fold over that extended leg. Walk the hands out and away. Find your landing place. Gaze is going to be right underneath you at that knee. Soften through that kneecap. Deep inhales. Slow, controlled exhales. Good. Not staying here for very long. Stay there as long as you'd like. We're going to keep moving along. Sit up nice and tall and just switch out the legs. Extend that bent leg. Bring that left leg in, sole of the foot on the inside of that thigh. Square your shoulders off to that extended leg and then walk the hands down, folding over this leg for just a couple of breaths. Inhale, walk the hands up. Extend both legs out nice and long. Take some gentle taps with the backs of the knees. Windshield wiper those feet side to side. And then coming in, scooting up towards the top of your mat. That way you've got some space back behind you. Have your props close by just in case you need them. Roll back one vertebrae at a time, making your way on your back. Resting the back of your head on your mat. Pull those knees right in towards the chest. Take a couple rocks side to side. Good. Oh man, I left a pose out. Huh. Oh well, we're just gonna keep going. This is what you get, raw videos from Elizabeth. Both feet are down onto the mat, knees are bent. As you inhale, extend that right foot up towards the sky. Take a couple circles with the ankle. Bend, straighten through that knee. Inhale, extend that right foot back up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bend that right knee, take the outer edge of that right foot, making your way into eye of the needle pose or your figure four. Gently press that right knee away. Or if you'd like to go further, begin to pull that left knee in towards the chest, interlacing your hands through, grabbing on the back side of that left thigh or left shin, and gently guiding that left knee in towards you. You've got that hip open once more. I figured out a way to get that pose in, so we are good. Everyone's good. Just a few breaths here. Stay connected with your breath. Let the thoughts slip away. Relaxing through the abdominal area, relaxing through the shoulders, softening the muscles of your face. Deep inhale here. As you exhale, release your hands, release both feet back down to your mat. Opposite side, right foot stays connected to your mat. This time as you inhale, left foot extends up towards the sky. Take those circles with the ankle in one direction, then the other. Bend and straighten through that knee a couple of times if that feels good. Inhale, extend that left foot back up towards the sky. And as you exhale, bend the left knee, take the outer edge of that left foot, coming into your eye of the needle or figure four position on the opposite side. Same layers. You can press that left knee away gently. Maybe this looks the same, maybe it's different compared to the opposite side. Begin to draw the right knee in towards the chest as you bring your hands through, interlacing your hands along the backside of that thigh. Just softening through the shoulders here, softening through the chest. Breathing into any sensations that you feel. Keep your awareness on your breath. Deep inhale. And as you exhale, release the grip of your hands, release both feet down to your mat. All right, here we go. Extend the legs out nice and long. Make your way onto your belly by maybe rolling onto the left side or maybe the right. And then coming right up onto the belly, onto the forearms. Stack those elbows right underneath the shoulders. Make sure that the arm is in a 90-degree angle. You don't want the elbows back behind that shoulder. It's okay if the shoulders if the elbows are out in front of the shoulders, but not back behind. Make sure the elbows are nice and close to the body. You don't want them out too far, that everything is just in line with each other. Wiggle the hips a couple of times, just loosening up in the lower back, getting some more grounding in the front side of the body. If your lower back is a little bit more than discomfort, you can gently press the hip heads into your mat, activating the glutes, relieving some pressure in the lower back. You want your heart lifted up and not pressing down. We want to create space between the vertebrae, not crunching it together, if that makes sense. If this is painful for your lower back, just lower down. Take the elbows out nice and wide, stacking your chin or your forehead on the top of your mat. Send your inhales to the lower back. Soften as you exhale. Just staying safe within the body. You can always take the elbows out further away from the body. This is going to lessen the back bend here, lessen the pressure. Few options there for you. Fingers are spread out nice and wide. If you're good to go, as you inhale, press your elbows and forearms into the mat, lifting the chest up even higher. Roll the shoulders back away from the ears as you pull your heart forward. Gaze is forward. And you can keep the gaze forward. You can always lower the head down, but actively pressing into the elbows and into the forearms. Every inhale is nice and deep, sending it all the way into the lower back, all the way past down into the legs. Slow exhales, allowing this added pressure here. Deep inhale. As you exhale, lower the chest down, slide your hands underneath the shoulders, wherever you're at. Press your chest up and back, making your way into a yin-style child's pose. Keep the knees together, feet together. Lower the hips over the heels and gently release the top of your head or your forehead onto your mat. Hands can tuck back by your feet. Relaxing the elbows to your mat, softening through the shoulders, not holding any tension in the neck, shoulder, or the back area. Every inhale goes to the lower back, really feeling it expand as you slowly exhale. Few rounds of breath here, feeling your belly press against your thighs, really using the strength of your lungs to keep your breaths deep. Control the exhales. Got all the pressure in the abdominal area. Lots of squeezing, lots of releasing. Begin to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up into a tabletop. We're going to start out with a cat as you exhale, round and dome the spine. Really press the back of your heart up towards the sky. As you inhale, make your way into your cat pose. Tailbone lifts, chest rises. Feel the flexibility in your spine. One more round. Exhale into your cat pose. Inhale into your cat. Making your way onto your seat, you can gently lower onto your right or the left side of your body. I invite you to take Shavasana, so you roll all the way back until you're in a laying down position in corpse pose. I encourage you to take Shavasana, just allowing your body to integrate the movement that we just made. For time's sake, for the time of the video, I'm just going to end this here. Thank you so much for joining me for this short sequence. Please drink lots of water, be kind, be gracious to yourself, and from my heart to yours, namaste.